Hey guys, so as you can see, we are streaming Blair Witch. Let me just get my phone plugged in. Sorry I've been gone for a while. I did do a quick stream last weekend, I think it was, playing Resident Evil 7. That was on somebody else's PlayStation 4. Oh, fuck it. Can't find the charging port. Whatever. Okay. So, right now, we're in the forest outside Burkettsville, looking for Rustin Parr's home. The red X right there on the map is me, and I'm playing Doc Holliday, or Elspeth Holliday I should say. So I just check this every so often. So you have a journal here, you press the J button for journal, and this is the conversations you've had with people. You can go back, which is really cool. It's like you can go back and read the transcripts of cutscenes. Then below that you have reports. Spook House, by the way, is the name of the agency. It's not the name of a house full of black people. And Rustin Parr murders gives you the information. It gives you the people. As you can see, it takes place in 1941. Here's the field notes. And then here's your checklist. This makes it a lot easier. Investigate the town. That's kind of like your general find and interview Robin Weaver. So when you first get here, the first thing you do is get something to eat. You have to go to a diner because it's kind of late in the evening. And then then you have this weird dream. And after the dream sequence, you start interviewing people. Or actually, I think you might interview the people before you have the dream. But anyways, and then here's the map. So here's Burkettsville. Here's the forest. So as you can see, so right shift is, these are the default controls for keyboard. Right shift is run. By the way, I got this on myabandonware.com. I'll put the link in the description when I'm done. I tried the version that's got all 3 games in one, but it runs like shit. So I just used the standalone version, and it's running great. Runs fine on Windows 11 without having to do compatibility mode or any of that shit. Escape is your pause, and you can save anywhere. So right shift is run. Your 1, 2, 3, and 4 keys are your weapons. So 1 is your pistol, 2 is your rifle, 3 is your special weapon, your energy weapon I should say, and then 4 is any melee weapons you might have. By default she has an electric cattle prod. So once you have the weapon selected, press D and she'll take it out. And even in keyboard mode you can aim with the mouse, which is awesome. As you can see, there's a laser. Makes aiming so much easier, and you can even move and shoot with the mouse. It's not hindered at all. I recommend doing that, but if you don't like that, Q aims upwards, A aims downwards. So Q and A, it sounds weird at first, like I didn't like it at first, but I got used to it really, really fast. Then S is your SPS. It like senses if ghosts are nearby. C is your compass. That's useful. N is your night vision goggles. It goes into first person mode. Um, F is your flashlight. And you can have a weapon equipped while you're using your flashlight. Hold on, let me put that away. See, now it's on the gun too. Very cool. She has a Luger, which is pretty powerful. Alright. So, the only thing is the X doesn't tell you exactly which way you're facing. And it doesn't show the compass on there. So I assume it's facing north. Also, in the forest, there's a river nearby. Right there. And if you run into it, it's instant death. A hand comes up and grabs you and pulls you down, so... It's kind of funny. I did it a few times because I just kept laughing. It looks so silly. If enough people want to, I'll go back and start this over again so you can see the beginning of it. The beginning, though, is kind of slow and plotting, and it doesn't really offer a lot in terms of storyline. But once you get to Burkettsville, because the beginning is kind of long, the training sequence, I think. Maybe I just was struggling with it, I don't know. But, I'll go back and start over. I could probably get through the training a lot faster now that I know what I'm doing. So, directional buttons obviously are your movement, and it's very smooth. It plays like Nocturne, because I think it's using the same engine. It might be by the same people. And it plays very much like Alone in the Dark, the new Nightmare, all the way up to aiming while, or shooting while aiming. Space is your fire button, by the way. Yeah, this forest is very confusing because you don't know where to go. They say that the forest map was created by the sheriff's office. It basically gets you as close as possible to Rustin Parr's house, but like not quite. But you don't have to go through that much. You go a little bit outside.
Now burnt wood. Parr's house must be nearby.
I hear footsteps. Oh, you can run and aim too. I didn't even think of that. There we go. We have something. Here, let's switch our weapons. She was aiming at something. I have auto aim on, so I don't have to use the mouse, but I've had to use it a couple times. Where is it?
So this is Coffin Rock, and I have to say I can feel something. There's something oppressive about this area. The air feels thick, dank, but charged with electricity. My senses aren't picking up anything. No ghosts anywhere. But this is definitely a place that has witnessed evil. I wish I could bring the whole team out here. Oh, but it would obviously attract too much attention. Parr's house can't be too far away now.
I don't know why it keeps resetting. Alright, so we found Coffin Rock, which is strange because I was all the way up here. I think, or right here. I think it was right here, and then it transported me to, like, right here. Oh! That's what I was talking about. Alright. Shit, now we gotta go all the way back. Well, that was kind of fun. There's something around, though. We didn't even get to see it. That is strange. Alright, well, anyways. No. I knew it wasn't this way, but I figured I'd take a look down here anyways. Is it up? No, this was a dead end. There's a lot of those.
I smell burnt wood. Pa's house must be nearby.
What the hell?
So this is Coffin Rock, and I have to say I can feel something. There's something oppressive about this area. The air feels thick, dank, but charged with electricity. My senses aren't picking up anything. No ghosts anywhere. But this is definitely a place that has witnessed evil. I wish I could bring the whole team out here, but it would obviously attract too much attention. Pa's house can't be too far away now.
Oh, don't do it again, idiot. I almost ran into the water again. Alright, so that's obviously some kind of dead end. So, Coffin Rock. Take our weapon out just in case. What?
Where am I?
Huh. Just question marks like what? Oh yeah, one of the things they say is the night vision goggles cannot see bodies of water. Alright, so you see the reading up in the corner? That means there's a ghost nearby. I don't know why I keep checking it. It's not gonna tell me. Shit. Alright, let me save it. There it is. Come on, you bastard. Got him.
Something very strange has happened. I've entered an area of unnatural darkness. I heard strange sounds and saw some sort of movement. Things seem to be back to normal now. I'll need to analyze my recordings of those odd noises. This is strange. Someone has placed piles of stones and odd stick figures here. They appear to be roughly in the shape of a human. Perhaps it's ceremonial or symbolic. I don't know if these stones have anything to do with what I just experienced, but there seems to be a deliberate purpose to their arrangement. If there is witchcraft involved, there's no telling what sort of booby traps are attached to these things. I'd best leave everything as is.
So that was her making an audio recording. Come on. There's still something out here? Oh, it doesn't... It already has a light. Okay. Ah, that's what we were seeing. must be doing something wrong.
I should find Parr's house. It must be close.
We must be close.
I found Parr's house. Well, what's left of it anyway. The people from Burkettsville were quite thorough in demolishing this place. I was hoping that some of the interior would have survived, but they've nearly leveled the place. But there were markings on the wall. I can just barely make them out. Honestly, if I'd only been able to see these before the house was burned down. Perhaps if I wipe some of this grime away... Oh, it's no use. The walls are too burnt. Where did my kerchief go? Huh, it couldn't have just disappeared. Well, there's nothing more I can do here. Time to move on.
Okay, so as much as I enjoy this game, there are some funny moments, especially in the cutscenes. Like that just happened where she walks in a circle for no reason. That happens a lot in this game. There are moments where she's like getting stuck on the wall or on characters because she's trying to walk to the place that she has to be to start talking, or so something happens and she's like gets stuck a lot. Other characters I've seen get stuck. There's been moments where I've playing this game, because there's a lot of talking, where I was legitimately worried the game was going to crash, like it was going to get buggy and stop working, like the characters were going to get stuck and freeze or something and I'd be stuck. Thankfully that hasn't happened yet. I'll be right back. I'm just going to grab a drink. That's alright. Nope. Alright, I tried to analyze the audio samples, but I can't get it to... So I assume I have to go back to town now. Oh wow, I didn't see that coming. That's not something on the ground. That's just like a graphical hiccup. I guess I can't get back in, huh? Oh, there's a doorway. Alright, I guess what I'll try is to analyze those audio samples again. What the hell is this again? Oh yeah, it's drawing. I don't get it. Excuse me. like I'm getting somewhere.
Stranger, where are you? I need you here. Stranger? Stranger, where are you? I need you here. Stranger? That was my voice, but I've never said that. Upon analyzing the recording, I can definitely make out a voice that appears to be my own, in a great deal of fear. What's disconcerting is that I know I haven't said those words. Is this some sort of trick?
That looks like the cover to a cellar or something. Alright, so what do we got to do? Find and interview Robin Weaver, I guess. Alright, let's get back to town then. Just for completeness sake, I'm just gonna run around this part so it fills my map out. Nope, never mind, it's not. That's weird. Maybe there's more to be seen then at a later time. But there's not much left for
There
us.
just might be something in these woods. I certainly can't explain that brief darkness. I'll have to look into that when I get back into town. Something powerful is hiding in these woods. Spookhouse requires more than just a bad feeling to warrant a full investigation. Unless I actually see anything, this case is closed. I need to get back to my hotel room. I'll report to Spookhouse that I've found nothing. Right, back to the hotel. I'll let Spookhouse know I've found nothing. That should amuse Stranger.
I never spoke to the Robin Weaver, though. Maybe it's not required. Oh yeah, you could strafe very slowly. Z and X. Alright. I'm not gonna concern myself.
I can follow my map back to town.
Yes, I know. I kind of want to explore the rest of the woods, though. I'm not too concerned about the specters. I don't think they're too concerned with attacking me. Excuse me.
The cans and sticks are gone. Oh, I could have sworn this is where they were.
Uh-oh. You know, fall is the perfect time of year to be.
I don't remember the path
Playing this.
turning like this before. This doesn't correspond to the map.
Oh no. Am I gonna have to go off of my own? Because this looks close to the beginning. I can see something following me. That tree was definitely not there before. Better save it. Shit. Where the hell did it go? That's weird. I saw a dog. Of some kind. That's weird. You can hear kids.
Here again? Well, now I'm positive I've been walking in circles. Admit it, Elspeth. You are lost. How are you going to find your way back now?
Ooh. Nice. Harry Potter's pet owl. Hooter, or whatever his name is. This game is awesome. I fucking love this game already. You can even see a shadow. And he'll wait for you too. Where to, Hooter? No. Was it this way? No.
Va Otama. Welcome to my home. Please, come in.
Thank you. I'm Elspeth Holliday.
Call me Askaya Gigoy. In these woods, you should hold your name close to your heart. When someone knows your true name, they have power over you.
But didn't you just tell me your name?
No, I told you what you may call me. My true name, I keep to myself.
I see.
Worry not. I will protect your name.
I followed a white owl here.
Ne Asja. The white owl is a symbol of great wisdom. It only reveals itself to those who are truly worthy. You must tell me now what it is you seek.
I'm in search of my niece, Jenny.
There is no need for you to lie.
I don't know what you mean.
You have no sister. You have two brothers, one elder, one younger.
How do you know that?
I told you, names are powerful things.
All right. I'm here in search of the Blair Witch.
I see. And do you truly believe in such things as witches?
I've seen witchcraft, actually performed some myself.
Yes, I see that. I can also sense that you prefer not to rely on any powers beyond your own. You open your heart only to what your eyes and ears tell you.
That's true, but all I've encountered here are myths and legends.
All myths and legends are rooted in truth.
I'm not so sure.
It may be merely a grain of truth, but it is there always.
Are you saying the Blair Witch exists?
I've heard the stories of your Blair Witch. I've known these woods for many years, and never have I seen such a witch.
What have you seen?
When the white man settled these lands, he brought his own evils with him. But this land was not without evil even before the arrival of the white man. Even before my people lived here. This is Givnur, or sight. While you wear it, you may see signs of the evil that was here even before this forest.
Give no?
Now, return to your people. Givnur will allow you to find your way back. They change these woods. The forest twists under your feet, causing you to walk in circles. With Givnur,
That's true.
you may find your way out. But take heed. There are forces stronger than Givnur, and its sight might not always work.
Why are you helping me?
Because you are in need of help. And you are the only person who can help me.
Can't you give me a straight answer?
You, of all people, should understand the importance of keeping secrets. Is that not your task? Hiding the truth from those who would suffer by knowing?
How could you know that?
Knowing the truth is simple. Knowing what to do with it is not.
Is there anything
Good
else you
point.
can tell me?
I can tell you many things, but you have to know which questions to ask. Come back to me once you've learned more about this place. You'll have questions then, and I will have answers.
Thank you for your help.
We help each other.
I was not expecting this. And not at all. Where am I? Wow, I am completely off of the map, huh? I'm not even a question mark anymore.
I've just met a peculiar native man named Asgaya Gagoi. He claims, well, he said many things. Extremely puzzling. He knew some very specific things about me that he couldn't possibly have known. He displays authentic perception. He warned me to keep my name secret. Usually, though, such precautions are encountered with demonology. Demons. He implied that the evil that occupies these woods existed before Ellie Kedward or any other white settlers. So even before the Blair Witch, there was something dark in this forest. I'll have to check the library for Native American folklore about demons in these hills. I wonder if the Blair Witch made some pact with a local demon. Well, night has fallen. I've got to get back to town.
Oh, crap. I have quite a ways back. Now I know where he is, though. Shit.
I've just killed a creature that I can only describe as a monstrous black dog. I fail to see any connection, however, between this beast and the Blair Witch. Dogs like this aren't traditionally familiars to witches.
I love that she analyzes the creature after she kills it. It's awesome. I really like Doc. She's a very, very interesting character. Can I go this way? Oh. So that must have been the dog that I saw earlier. What is this, though? I'm curious why this is blacked out. Or, I feel like that's where I need to go, but there is nothing there. Because then I would go... boom. I assume go boom, 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 boom. Instead, I might have to go back this way, but you know what? Let me go back towards the other way. I want to explore all my avenues this way before I... Yeah, it's completely blocked off. See, there's a wall in the way, and a rock. Unless you have to climb the rock. Oh, it might be up, like, up higher. It's another level. Damn. Yeah, that's the only way. Shit. Looks like I probably have a long ways to go. What the? What the hell is this? Oh, you could take its heart. Alright. What did I just pick up? Oh shit. Okay, will it chase me?
Some sort of shadow or spectre. Its only weakness seems to be light.
Great. I'd rather fight those daymites again. Ah! This is kind of like it's not the first time you encounter enemies. You encounter enemies earlier in a dream, but this is like the first time you encounter them not in a dream. And, you know, they're not humanoid. Sounds like one of those dogs. Come on. I got some lead for you, puppy.
This wasn't here before. Some sort of structure. Not physical, but I can still see it. Ah, the Givna necklace as Gaia gave me. As much as I hate the thought of trekking back out here tomorrow, it's getting a little too late for comfort. I can follow my map back to town.
Okay. Yes. Oh, it's one of these things. I'm not wasting my bullets. Although, she does restock them. Screw it, I guess I'll kill it. Come on. Oh. Oh, shit. I didn't realize I killed it in one... Took it down in one shot. Oh, he's stuck. It's a pretty interesting creature. You can play this with a gamepad, but I couldn't get it to really work too well, so I just gave up. But I'm sure, if you can get it to work with a good gamepad, it probably plays great. It's probably a little bit more fun, too, with the gamepad. Alright, so that's exactly where I was expecting us to be. Oh, shit. Actually, you know what? Alright, it doesn't work. Man. Oh, alright. Shit. Come on. This isn't quite the game I was expecting. I mean, I like it, but there's way too many monsters. Like, it's getting a little silly at this point. I knew it. Oh. Screw it. I'm not fighting both. You can go to hell too. How the hell? I really was not expecting this. Nope.
These trees are blocking my way.
Ah! I guess that was our first boss battle. So I guess I do have to kill everything. Because it looks like I have to run from it. Yeah, it must be this one. Alright, where are we? Just kill, I guess, everything. And don't use that stupid stun rod. Shit. Punk. Maybe I'll go this way. I got my finger on the button to switch it to the electric gun, whatever it's called. Yeah, I knew this was gonna be a dead end. Oh, there is it. There's one. Can it see me? All the way over here? Nope. This can, though. Alright, I'm gonna save it. And fuck it, I'll just get it to drop. Come on. I just don't want to have to face... If I have to run from that scorpion, I don't want to have to make the mistake of running into it. There's a dog up here somewhere. Yep, right there. Jeez. Alright, save it again. Actually, I think I run into one more of those twig monsters before I come across the scorpion. Ah, shit. It's getting awfully annoying now. There's one right there. Give me that. Alright, now I should be good. Here we go.
These trees are blocking my way.
What the hell?
creature I just destroyed was enormous. Here's hoping there aren't any more that size around here. Finally, the path back to town. Maybe I can get back in time to get a couple hours sleep before dawn.
I thought they would just teleport us back. But I think we're essentially back in town.
There is no way I could have missed that before. Either it wasn't there, or I couldn't see it because I didn't have this amulet.
That's a good point. What time is it? That was fast. Day 3. Don't even see it. Yeah, so we're on day 3
I didn't
now.
plan on running through my supplies so quickly. I'll have to get more before returning to the forest.
Well, it wouldn't have happened if they didn't throw everything in the kitchen sink at us. Alright, so let's check out our to-do list. So we're in the motel room now. Let me go get a drink again. Okay. Back. Oh, that's way better. Okay. Alright, so I have to call Spook House, and to do that, I think I can either use the telegraph in the motel office, or I have to use the phone in the sheriff's office. But I also need to find Robin Weaver and
Good morning, Miss Holliday. I hope I'm not bothering you.
That's the sheriff's deputy.
No, not at all. I was just on my way out. What brings you here?
Well, I'm not supposed to be over here, but here you go. This is our report on the Parr incident. We never released those drawings, for the family's sake. So if you could keep them under wraps.
Thank you. This will help immensely.
Sorry they aren't photos. Our department doesn't have a camera, so Sheriff Bowers makes me draw crime scenes.
Don't apologize. These are very detailed.
There's something else. I watched Parr's cell again last night, and I found this. Still have no idea how he keeps getting the sticks to make them. He's no help either. Claims the witch put him there. Crazy.
Thank you, Charlie.
Well, I better go. Sheriff's keeping a sharp eye on me.
This information never made it to the newspapers, and I can see why. All of the victims had ritualistic markings on them. This stickman is similar to the shape in the Brody sketch, and the Givna Tawana as Gaia gave me.
For one thing, Rustin Parr was convicted of 7 counts of first-degree murder. He would not be in a little rinky-dink town jail. He'd be in a maximum security prison. They had those in 1941. It's not like, and they're on the East Coast. There's a ton of them. He probably would have been shipped up to New York or something. Not to get nitpicky, but it just seems strange. Oh, I was watching Parr's cell last night. Like, why are you watching him? I just keep checking back. Alright, so first of all, I want to find this Robin Weaver. I don't know where she is, but I need to find her and interview her. But let's see if we can send that telegraph out.
Have you been to the woods? Did you find what you were looking for?
Not yet. Might I send another telegram?
Same place as before?
Yes, please.
Whenever you're ready.
Big flashlight almost dead. Stop. Mild lead poisoning. Stop. No doctor in town. Stop. Send remedy quickly. Stop. Love, Elspeth. Stop.
Feeling poorly? We can go to the sheriff's and call a doctor for you.
No, that won't be necessary. My sister can send along a homemade remedy from our mother.
It's awesome. This game has a lot of charm. Flashlight almost dead. Lead poisoning. That's too funny. That way she doesn't have to tell him that she's trying to get bullets and stuff. Alright. That's the Brody house up in the right corner. I've already been there. I can't remember which house they said is Robin Weaver's. Maybe it's this one? Nope. Huh. Try the church.
I've been here before, in that dream. Even the window is shattered.
Oh, hello there, young lady. I was so deep in prayer I didn't hear you come in.
I can return later if you're busy.
Nonsense. God is eternal. He'll always be there when I return. But you're here now. You must be Elspeth Holliday. What can I do for you?
Word gets around fast in this town.
Let's say a prayer for your niece.
I'd rather find an explanation in Burkettsville. After the Rustin Parr trial, I started wondering if maybe he...
Oh, I think that's
Oh,
Robin
no.
Weaver.
Not
I think
possible.
that's her husband.
Well, is there anything at all you can tell me about Parr?
His is a lost soul.
That's all?
No? Nope, I guess not. That woman just walked by. Oh yeah, that's right, I was here in this dream. Oh, this is just the back of the church, okay. Where is that woman, though? That had to have been Robin Weaver. It's weird you would see her in the background of a cutscene, walking, but nobody focuses in on it. Here's the local cemetery, just trouncing all over everybody's graves. Alright, well... maybe she's up the hill? See, I'm always blocked going up here.
Wrong way.
Yeah, see, there's nothing there. That might be the way out of town or something. This has to be Robin Weaver's place. I'll check the diner. Maybe she's in there. Nope. Just scratching in the same guy.
So what can I get for you today? Nothing right now, thank you.
What? Okay. No more questions?
A damn fine cup of coffee.
I'll have a cup of coffee. And some pie. Like that scene in Harvester. If you've ever seen Harvester, the game, the scene where the sheriff's eating the pie in the scene where he finds the spine on the bed. I love it. Some more pie. Oh, don't mind if I do. Nom nom. Maybe this guy has some more information.
How's the story progressing?
Whoa, Nelly, even I don't believe it. Just have to start the presses, and then I'm off to the sheriff's with the evidence.
Can you tell me?
Oh, no, not so fast. You can read all about it in the morning edition.
Okay.
There's nothing of interest in that direction.
I guess not, huh? Thank you, Elspeth. See, now you can see why I haven't really... I can't find this Robin Weaver, and I've searched everywhere. How about in the gas station? Oh, I haven't even been in here. Jeez.
Hello.
Daniel Cole. What do you want?
I'm looking for my niece.
She's not here.
Thank you. I can see that. But she's been missing for months. We think she's been kidnapped. Perhaps Rustin Parr.
I told the police everything I know about Parr. He came in here and said, "I'm finally finished." Then the police found the missing kids at his place. End of story. Now, is there anything you'd like to buy? This is a store, after all.
Pretty sure somebody said Robin Weaver was the pastor's wife. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's the school marm. The teacher. So Robin Weaver, somebody else. Somebody said something about her, like, talk to Robin Weaver, she knows the so-and-sos. One more time. Maybe it's unlocked now. Where'd that woman go? Something tells me that's the woman I'm looking for. Ooh. I could definitely use that axe. Ah, I can't take it. I could take it in my dream. Ah, shit. I want to see Parr. Damn, nobody's here, huh?
I'd better keep my distance from the sheriff. He's holding one terrible grudge against me.
Alright, well, let's go to the Historical Society, I guess. Do some more research. Oops, wrong way. Wait a minute. No. Yeah, fuck it. Let's go to the Brody's house real quick. Nope, they're not outside. What a dreary little town, huh? That's Pennsylvania for you, I guess. That's the town hall. That's the church. Ooh, that was a nice little shot. Yeah. I don't remember seeing that angle before. I like that. Alright. Where's the historical, or the library? Oh, it's right here. Oh. Alright. Talk to Peter.
Do you have any books on Native American folklore?
Well, I'm afraid I don't have much written by Native Americans. There is this book, though. An explorer wrote it during the early 1700s. He had Native American guides, and he wrote a lot about their beliefs and customs. Here you go.
Thank you, Peter. See, and then she scoots herself in. Like, the graphics are really good for the time. Like, this is
This book, The
October
Ancient Evil of the
2000,
New World, is
but
supposedly
in
non-fictional
the other,
accounts of
and
real
like,
life
shut,
legends
see,
from the
she's
Black
got a
Hills.
pencil,
I'll duplicate some of the more probable entries
but
from the book into my
and the
field
mouths
notes.
move not
They may prove to have no
perfectly,
more
but
substance than the rest. However, if some of these things are for real, I underestimated the magnitude of this mission.
that's it. That was fast. And then she pushes it back in. Haha, I love it. Alright. Probably the most remarkable of all legends and myths concerning this region is the Blair Witch. Wait a minute. Okay. Stories of the Blair Witch began in the 1700s when a group of children accused Irish immigrant Ellie Kedward of performing witchcraft in the township of Blair. When town officials discovered that she had actually extracted blood from several children, how? They concluded that she was a witch and sentenced her to death. They took her into the Black Hills during the worst winter in written history and bound her to a tree, leaving her to die in the freezing snow. That's pretty harsh. You're better off burning her. Despite the wretched cold, Ellie survived. Some would say her magic protected her from death. Regardless of how she survived, Ellie returned to the quiet township of Blair and laid waste to those who had tried to kill her. Due to the ferocity of the winter, the town's meager food supply was reduced even more. They would not survive the winter without help. Several of the town's strongest men traveled to nearby Frederick for more food. They never returned. When spring returned and the snows receded, Blair was a town of ghosts, empty homes that explained not... Excuse me. Empty homes that explain not the absence of their tenants. Blair disappeared from the face of the earth for over 50 years. Eventually, settlers found the location and rebuilt the town on top of the ruins of the old, renaming it Burkettsville. In 1825, a young girl named Eileen Treacle from Burkettsville was playing in Tappy East Creek when suddenly Ellie Kedward's bony hand rose from the water and pulled the girl under. Several witnesses who saw the hand drag the girl under leapt to recover the girl, but it was too late. The witch had already taken the girl away, and there was no trace of her. For weeks afterward, oily twigs and rags clogged the river, making it undrinkable. That's weird. There was no further sign of the witch or the girl, though it was plain that Ellie's black magic fed upon the children. In 1886, another young girl named Robin Weaver vanished from Burkettsville. She was playing in the forest one afternoon and simply never returned. Stories of Eileen Treacle still lingered in the minds of the town, so an all-out manhunt began for the missing girl. None of the search parties could find a trace of her, and one of the search parties vanished. Robin returned on her own soon after, completely unharmed, so a second search began for the missing search party. Finally, to the disgust and horror of the searcher who encountered them first, the missing search party was found atop Coffin Rock. The party had been bound hand to foot in a ceremonial fashion, with strange markings carved into their skin and their intestines pulled from their bodies into a pile in the center of the rock. By the time the second search party converged at Coffin Rock to recover the bodies, they had been removed. No trace remained. The witch had reclaimed the bodies for her own wicked purposes. For the next several weeks, several other people disappeared without a trace from Burkettsville. All fell into silence again, and there has been no sign of the Blair Witch since. So since 1886, and we're in 1941. From the book Ancient Evil of the New World. Burkettsville, informally Blair Township, was a particularly uninhabited area During the years predating the encroachment of the white man, the various natives of the area, such as the Algonquin group, including the Kanoi, Patuxent, Choptank, Nanticoke, Assateague, Pocomoke, and Susquehannocks. I've heard these names before, I just can't remember. Susquehannock, I believe. Knew there was some sort of evil in the area. Stone cairns in Twana, or stick Indians were in place long before the natives spoke in history, and even to this day rumors persist of strange creatures residing in the forests of the Black Hills. Dejian, a monster spider who chopped his heart into small pieces. The Dejian grew multiple hearts from the pieces, causing it to survive the most critical attacks. Slain by Othegwenda, who finished the Dejian by stabbing a tree limb into the earth to pierce the Dejian's hidden heart. I wonder if that's what we encountered in the woods. The savage who guides us has just told the most fascinating story about a creature called Dejian. He called it a tree spider. In my experience, I've yet to encounter any such creature, a spindly legged spider larger than a man. Then again, maybe I have seen one and thought it merely a jumble of fallen branches. Most terrifying, though, is George's claim that Dejian cannot be killed because they keep their hearts buried in the ground under piles of stone. George is constantly alert for the telltale sound of the creature's beating heart. Oh, so that is what we encountered, because once you pick it up, it's dead. According to him, members of his tribe once found the living heart of such a creature in the hills north of here. They destroyed the heart before the spider could attack, though from what I can gather, they never actually saw the spider. George definitely evades answering my questions. Sometimes I swear he's no savage at all, but a cunning, ruthless gentleman. Demon dogs. Fiendish monster dogs, part beast, part ghost, roam the darkened woods. Some claim that the beasts share only a superficial resemblance to canines. Sketches of the creatures contain spines and horns and other appendages that can only be described as tusks. Quote, "We heard the dogs last night. I slept not a wink, for their growls grated against my nerves the whole night through. George sat before the fire, feeding it with an acrid-smelling moss that he claimed would keep the dogs away. I haven't seen the dogs myself, but Harry Lofton, our scout, claims to have seen a trio of the beasts moving through the woods ahead of us. He sketched an image of what he saw, and unless he was hallucinating badly, I fear that the minions of hell walk these woods with us." Ghosts. The legends of unsettled spirits wander among the living are no different in Burkettsville than in any other location. The tangible human fear of death creates and maintains these legends in every human society. Quote, "And the ghosts of fallen warriors wander lost through the twisting paths of the cursed forest. I've seen them for myself. George claims that the ghosts are his ancestors, wandering lost through the woods on their way to the afterlife, and I have seen such visions that support that theory. Savages in full war paint appearing and disappearing before my very eyes. But in addition to that, I've seen strange other ghosts that do not appear to be savages. Their mode of dress and the coloration of their skin is not like George or his people. Stickmen. Some of these reports suggest totem-like use of human-shaped effigies. We've had to relocate our camp. Harry Lofton discovered several dolls, little totem figures made of sticks, hanging from a tree near our original campsite. I'll admit that they were unsettling in appearance, but how much harm could they do? George, our guide, fled from the scene the instant he saw them. He keeps babbling in that so-called language of his. He seemed to be under the impression that the stick figures were some sort of ward, and I won't discredit his notion. I could feel a dark presence in those woods. It was probably all in my mind, but I'll sleep better tonight, with several miles between me and those little human-shaped emblems of warning." I've mentioned this to no one else because I can't risk losing credibility, but as we left, I looked back at the hanging display of headless figures, and I will swear that they moved, not just swinging from the branches, but moving the independent segments of their bodies as though they were alive. Ooh, cannibal woman. While preparing meat, she feeds herself but offers nothing to her husband's dogs. The dog's powerful medicine makes her cut her finger instead of meat. She sucks the blood to stop the bleeding, and likes the taste of blood so much, she continues to slice her fingers and suck the blood out of each one. Not satisfied, she also cuts away her flesh. Still not satisfied, she kills and eats her young child. Alright, this is weird. Albino spirit animals. Among all tribes, the albino animal had spirit connections. The symbolic significance behind white, or the quality of whiteness, is not associated with purity as in Western culture, but also wisdom and ancient knowledge of greater conceptual and spiritual magnitude. The faceless ones. Evil spirits born of the Black Hills. These shadowy creatures' only fear is light. One legend claims they are an ancient race of giant insects that the great spirit Alawatsakima deemed too evil to exist with the rest of his creations. He banished them from his plains into the dark woods forever. Another claims they were born of the runoff of creeks filled with warriors' blood. Minagishi. The Minagishi, according to the mythology of the Crow tribe, were human-like things except that they had no hair. They had large eyes and head, with the rest of their bodies being quite small. They supposedly played tricks on humans. Hagondis. Hagondis is a hook-nosed cannibal clown who frightens children and is similar to Siats of Utilor. Faces of the Forest. How many of these are there? Faces of the Forest were essentially the visions of disembodied heads and long hair that appeared to drift or sway through the trees. That's creepy. These faces were not malevolent spirits and meant no harm to those encountered. Faces have an exclusive language of nasal grunts and intonations and heal through the blowing of ashes, which they can pick up without suffering burns from the hot embers. Quote, "Heavens, what a night I've had. I've been deathly ill for the past week. I believe I was poisoned by something we ate. None of the others came down with anything, though. I was at death's door, but last night, as I struggled with feverish sleep, I saw a vision. Hideous, demonic faces swarmed around me. I thought surely I'd been dragged to hell. But then I woke, and I will swear that I've never felt better in my entire life." George, our savage guide, was thrilled to hear about my vision. He refuses to believe they were anything other than the so-called faces of the forest. I tried to explain that I was merely hallucinating, but he swears that the benevolent spirits were watching over me and healed me. The faces I saw were terrifying, not something I'd imagine as a benevolent spirit. As further proof that I encountered the faces of the forest, George pointed out that my entire stock of English tobacco was gone. According to George, the faces of the forest will take offering of tobacco in exchange for help. I think it's far more likely that one of my associates helped himself to my precious stash in anticipation of my death. Black God. There was one piece of lore that the elder spoke of that was of particular interest. The story of one brave who thought that he could cheat the Black God out of the wild game he was keeping from the people of his tribe. The winter was particularly brutal, and the food supplies had run short. Pautahani was the strongest hunter of all and the braves in his tribe. He told the elders that the Black God was keeping the food for himself. Pautahani vowed that he would place an arrow in the heart of this Black God and retrieve the food that was meant for the people of his tribe. The elders tried to warn him that when someone walked into the Black God's realm, they could never escape. Pautahani laughed at the elders and went to kill the Black God. Pautahani painted himself with the words of his tribe and left. Some of the bravest of the tribe followed him to the edge of the Black God's realm. Pautahani smiled and said to them, "Soon there will be food for the people of my tribe, and a dead god can no longer keep what belongs to us." Pautahani turned and walked a few steps more and vanished. Some say the black god's hands reached up from the ground and pulled him into the underworld. Some say that the snow was so strong that the raging wind covered him with snow and then swept him away. The elders tell of the times that people have gone to the place where Pautahani walked into the black god's realm, and they can hear him screaming for help. The elders say that the black god stole Pau's spirit and hung it in sticks tied together. The elders tell the tribe that the spirits of those who tempted the black god inhabit the very limbs of the black god's forest. Alrighty, how many of these are there? Alright, that's the last one. In the early 1600s, fur traders from the Virginia colony began trading with Native Americans in the area of the Black Hills and built the first white settlement. In 1632, George Calvert, first Baron of Baltimore, induced King Charles I of England to grant him land north of the Potomac River to establish a Catholic community. Calvert died before Charles completed the charter, but his sons eventually led an expedition into the area and established St. Mary's. Quote, "While surveying the area of South Mountain in the Black Hills, John Earl Illick, a surveyor hired by the Calverts, stumbled upon a child of the Pocomoke tribe who was crying. Illick, not knowing what to do, called out loudly, hoping that a member of her tribe was nearby. 3 warriors entered the clearing and approached Illick. They took the child's hand and pointed for him to go. His sons eventually... to go back the way he had come. Illick tried to show them that he was mapping the area and pointed to the area he had left to survey. One of the warriors stayed behind while the other 2 took the child back to the village. The 2 warriors left in such a hurry that Illick was startled." Excerpted from the Journal of John Earl Illick. Quote, "The braves were in such a fright, their eyes shone brightly with fear and their lips parted, showing their teeth bright against their dark skin. The one brave that stayed shook his head violently when I pointed the way I wished to proceed. He forcibly grabbed me by the arm and pulled me the way he wished me to go. I argued vehemently with the savage, but he would not loosen his considerable grasp. He must have understood more of the king's English than he had previously let on. I demanded that I go forward, and he said no. I asked why, and he pulled me to the edge of a clearing. He pointed up into a nearby yew tree, and he said, 'Bad magic,' while pointing to what appeared to me to be some sort of figure made of sticks. I laughed, of course, and told him that it was ludicrous, but he was adamant and forced me to leave. He had drawn his crude knife and yelled, 'Leave!' While not keen on the idea of a job unfinished, I saw no need to force his hand in my demise over a parcel of land. This was the first of many encounters with the natives of the area. Most of the Indians were helpful and kind, many others were violent and vindictive, but they all stayed away from the area where the cans and stick figures were displayed, and dark shadows moved through the brush." Alright, that's it. Good. That was a lot of reading. I apologize. Alright. So Robin Weaver, I guess must be an old woman. Wait for additional supplies to arrive. Okay. Let's go give the book back to Peter. Actually, maybe Peter has more info.
By the way, the Robin Weaver incident was mentioned in the book you loaned me. Since you were actually there, do you remember anything they might have missed?
Well, there was one man that stands out in my mind. He came in right in the middle of everything. He had a massive wound on his head and claimed he had no memory. Robin Weaver's grandmother called him some biblical name. What was it? Oh, yes, Lazarus, like the man that was raised from the dead.
Yep.
I talked to him briefly, skeptical of his intentions, you know, but I doubt he had anything to do with Robin's disappearance. He was pretty keen on finding her.
What happened to him?
I'm not sure. Just sort of disappeared. Maybe the witch got him.
I really want to find that woman. These aren't doors. Was this the house I just tried? Yeah, it is. Jeez, what the hell is going on with my head? What about this house? Did I try this one? This one might not even work. Ugh. Try the Brodies one more time. Oops. Come on. You're drunk, Elspeth. Phew. Nobody's home, huh?
This isn't my room.
No. It's not.
This isn't my room.
Alright, well, I guess we're not gonna get anywhere trying to interview anybody else. Unfortunately, you can't shut doors behind you. A little surprised.
I can't carry all my gear in town. I'll get it before I go into the woods.
Alright. I wish it would tell you which way to go. You know what? I'll check my Alright, so I was correct in that Robin Weaver was mentioned, but they didn't say anything about where she's located. They just said you should go talk to her without once saying where she lives. try the newspaper office one more time. Maybe there's another way I can get around. Nope. Nothing here. Of course. This asshole doesn't want to share any information. No way, I got the scope. Yeah. Maybe this guy can tell me where Robin Weaver is. Let me go in your back room.
I'd appreciate it if you left now.
Wow. Some of these people, the nerve on them.
Wrong way.
Where's the right way, Elspeth? Alright. I guess all that's left now is to go to the school. Maybe I could talk to the teacher again? Or maybe, what's up here? It's this freaking pastor of a little nowhere church. Alright. What?
Where have you been? I thought it was burnt. Are you okay? Emily, you shouldn't talk to her. My mom says she's... No, wait!
Hello? Hello? What's your name?
Mary Brown.
Shouldn't you be in school?
Miss Ascot says home early today. She's not doing very well.
Really? Why is that?
She misses the other kids.
Were they your friends?
Not really. Just Kyle. But he's not the same anymore.
Who were you talking to just now?
Nobody. I was talking to myself.
You look sad.
I can't find Mr. Brownie.
Mr. Brownie?
He's been gone for a few days.
What does he look like?
He's brown.
Well, could you be more specific?
Well, he's got soft fur.
I'll keep an eye out for him.
Is
Bye
he
now.
a dog or a teddy bear? Or, I mean, what?
How peculiar. I just met a local girl named Mary Brown. She was talking to someone, but there was no one else with her. She claimed she was talking to herself. But I swear she used the name Emily. Now, one of the girls that Rustin Parr killed was named Emily Hollins. I should review the recording of her conversation just to be sure. Also, she seems to have lost some sort of pet, Mr. Brownie. If I find it, I'll be sure to return it.
Love that name. Alright. Keep it. Analyze recording of Mary Brown talking to herself. Ugh. Keep an eye out for. So I guess I can hear if, let's see. You can hear a voice faintly there. Oh, okay. Alright. Base to 4. Ah. Strange. Alright, so obviously 2 is the right. Is it frequency 5?
It's cold still, Mary. Where have you been? At his house. I thought it was burnt. Not if the sticks are laid right. Are you okay? She's counting the blue sticks so she can drink. Emily, you shouldn't talk to her. My mom says she's... Shh, somebody's coming. I have to go. No, wait!
With the proper adjustments, the recording of Mary Brown clearly contains another girl's voice. I can only assume that Emily is a spiritual manifestation of Emily Hollins, Parr's first victim. There's no question that Mary Brown is very special.
What? Hold on, what'd she say? Nothing? Okay.
It's cold still, Mary. Where have you been? At his house. I thought it was burnt. Not if the sticks are laid right. Are you okay? She's counting the blue sticks so she can drink. Emily, you shouldn't talk to her. My mom says she's... Shh, somebody's coming. I have to go. No, wait!
Alright, so what do I gotta do now? Alright, I guess I'll keep an eye out for that pet. Catching
Well, I
everything?
can't stand here jawing all day. Take care, hun.
You're just standing there doing nothing anyways. Mr. Brownie, where are you? Mr. Brownie.
I'd appreciate it if you left now.
Fuck you too, buddy. This is kind of why I don't want to stream games like this that I'm not 100% familiar with, because of times like this where I might just be stuck. It's probably not very entertaining to watch me get stuck. Ah, boy. Let's go back to the office. Mr. Brownie. See
Did
Mr.
the
Brownie?
parcel arrive for me?
No, ma'am. Can't say that it has. Hope you get to feeling better, Miss Holliday.
Well, it's not even been a day. Why would it arrive? I don't know what else to do. I'm freaking...
Oh, Justine.
Hey, brought those remedies you needed.
Why didn't Spookhouse just send a courier?
Can't have this stuff falling into enemy hands.
Well, I'm happy to see you. Come on, it's the last room on the end. You did bring my ECRE pistol, didn't you?
Right
Ooh.
here. Had a chance to test the rifle yet?
Oh, too many times, but it works quite well.
Yeah,
I
it
wasn't
does.
sure how badly you were needing it, so I brought 2 of your modified batteries to give your big gun some extra power.
Fabulous. I underestimated this mission when I left. Thank you so much for coming, Justine.
You need anything else?
No, I have it under control. Thanks. If things get any worse, I'll call in the stranger. Now you better get going. I have a lot more work to do. Thanks again, Justine.
Can I just take that car and get out of here? She said when we were at Parr's house she was gonna call it a day, basically, because she didn't find anything. Is it because of the appearance of those ghosts? Alright, let's save it. Day 3 after Justine. Justine arrived. Got package. There we go.
I'm ready to go into the woods now. I better take my gear with me.
No! I don't want to go into the woods. That's what it is, a spectral proximity sensor. Enhanced charged radiance emitter. Ooh, an enhanced charged radiance emitter pistol. Holy moly, so we got a Luger, we got the Delisle, we got the supercharger pistol, there we go. Nice. And then this stupid thing. Alright. Oh, God.
I just got off the phone with the sheriff of Martinsburg.
An old chum of yours?
He's never heard of you. Didn't you say you talked to him before coming here? No one's gone missing from Martinsburg since '34.
You don't say. I'll have to tell that to my sister.
Now, you haven't done anything illegal, as far as I can tell. But I got my eye on you. If you step out of line, you're mine. Get me, little one?
Thank you, Sheriff. I appreciate your consent. Blast. The local sheriff knows my cover story is bogus. He could stir up some serious trouble if he wanted to. I should try to keep my distance.
Did you hear?
About what?
I just got a phone call. The judge wasn't on vacation. He was murdered, and they found the body at the general store. Sheriff Bowers just arrested Daniel Cole. I'm heading over to find out more.
Suzanne Ascott just informed me that Rustin Parr's judge was murdered. Daniel Cole, the shopkeeper, has been arrested. I don't know if this has anything to do with Rustin Parr, but it's almost too great a coincidence to ignore. I get the feeling that something even larger is at work here.
Well, now that she's gone, maybe I can raid the snacks in the school. Get me a snack pack. No? No? Nothing? You won't go? Alright, I guess we'll go check out a dead body. I think he did it too. He was a jerk to me. Makes sense that he'd murder somebody. Yeah, there was a note on the door in the town hall of the judge's quarters that said on vacation for 6 weeks or whatever. So I guess he's been murdered.
Can you believe it?
This story just gets darker and darker.
Yeah, your little shithole town. It's getting more and more
More of the
interesting.
devil's work. Oh, sometimes I feel like I'm losing the battle.
No? Alright, whatever.
What happened?
We got worried when we still hadn't heard from the judge. We searched his place, and it was obvious he hadn't packed for a vacation. We found evidence pointing us here. The body was in Cole's storage room, stuffed in a sack of potatoes.
What did Cole say?
Says he didn't do it. Claims somebody else put the body in there.
Do you believe him?
I don't know. Right now, I'm just glad he's not telling me an old woman ghost made him do it.
Can we
Sorry,
go on?
Miss Holliday. Can't let you in. Sheriff's in there.
Ugh. Alright, forget it. Can I sneak in?
Wrong way.
Oh, I thought maybe there was a back door. Wait, who the hell is this?
Always thought he was a big boy.
Yeah, me too. I think he did it too. Let's testify and make sure he gets life. Or the death penalty. Let's strap him to a tree in the cold. See if he gets protected by magic. Or that owl. I want to see the owl again. I want to see the owl attack those creatures. I don't know his name, but I like calling him Hooter. Ugh, I don't want to be here. Alright, I think we'll call it a night now. Maybe I'll come back, but I might just end up going to bed since it's about 9:36 here where I'm at. Let's save it. Alright. Thank you for joining me today, and I will see you next time. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good night.